The hominid fossil record between 2 and 3 million years is frustratingly sparse. Yet, by roughly 2 million years ago, fossils assigned to Homo make an appearance. However, today, there is little agreement as to how many species of Homo actually existed. By about 1.8 million years ago, we encounter a hominid, Homo erectus, that stands in contrast to all earlier ancestors. The skeletons of this species were larger and built more like our own. And most importantly, their brains were significantly larger. Alan Walker teaches anthropology at Penn State University and conducts field research in Kenya.
The brain size, body size is interesting because a large brain is one of the hallmarks of ourselves. It turns out that the easiest way to get a big brain is to get a big body. Brain size and body size are intricately linked, and it's a complicated linkage.
In 1984, near Lake Turkana in northern Kenya, Alan Walker and Richard Leakey uncovered the most complete fossil skeleton of Homo erectus ever found. Dated at roughly 1.5 million years, this is the skeleton of a young male, probably about 9 years old. Nicknamed the Turkana Boy, he stood about 5 feet 4 inches, but as an adult he would have been at least 6 feet tall.
Homo erectus not only had big brains, they had big bodies, and the stuff they left on the archaeological sites shows us that they were eating animals, and we suspect that they were catching them too. There are consequences to becoming a carnivore. Carnivores eat meat, and meat is meat wherever it's found, whereas herbivores eat plants, and individual herbivore species are matched to their plant communities. Carnivores aren't like that. Carnivores have huge home ranges, so Homo erectus is pushing its own range further and further and further away from the ancestral home range by little territorial increments, and the pressure that pushes it are the numbers of Homo erectus that are still there in the ancestral homeland. This is not a migration in the sense that songbirds migrate south in the winter. This is a dispersal of a species.
About 1.5 million years ago, Homo erectus left Africa and began to populate the rest of the globe. In a sense, Homo erectus was the evolutionary parent of our own species. They carried with them not only advances in culture, but indelible assets that began with our earliest ancestors. With a bold, confident stride, Homo erectus crossed the threshold into a new world.